Alrighty. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. I am the Fearsome Gamer, and I am reacting to another Tom MacDonald song. This one, as you can already see, is titled White Boy. I have seen this one before, just a disclaimer. But I don't necessarily actually remember a lot of it. It's an older song, so with my memory, it will almost be like seeing it for the first time. I do remember the gist of it, I think. Very popular song, 26 million views 6 years ago. Not bad. Alrighty, I will just dive right into this.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should. Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and I never burnt a cross or hid my face with a hood.
I'm gonna have a hot take here. I probably shouldn't. I'm gonna do it.
I cannot feel guilty for that I didn't do, but I can understand the reasons why you think that I should.
You see, I don't. I'm sorry. It's gonna. I know he's and well, especially at this point, he probably was just being very genuine himself. But I don't know. It's not me. Let me clarify. Okay, I know I'm only 10 seconds into this freaking video, but I feel like I need to clarify. So, why I should feel guilty for things that I didn't do? You understand why you should? No, you didn't do anything. I'm sorry, it makes no sense to me. Like, I can understand why you think that those people should feel bad, and I'm sure, yeah. Basically anyone who's doing terrible things should feel bad, but if you haven't, whatever the case may be, if you're not doing those terrible things, no, you shouldn't feel bad.
Yeah, I'm white, but I never put your neck in no noose, and
I mean, he makes the very point right there in the very next statement. He never did anything, any of those things.
I never burnt a cross or hid my face with a hood. You can't just label me racist cause I'm related to people who did some terrible way back before I was alive. My parents brought me up to treat everyone as an equal. I refuse to feel ashamed cause of my pretty blue eyes. A Nazi, white supremacist, anyone who labels me as that because of my family genetics.
Man, isn't that like almost like probably 75% of the world at this point? So it feels like everybody's being labeled these things.
The hatred for Caucasians is so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me for some credit. I'm not the white devil.
See, I disagree with that too. Oh, this is gonna be a rough song for me. I'm sorry, guys. This is gonna be a rough song for me.
It's so pathetic. Go be proud that you're black, but don't hate me.
Yeah, because he says, "Go be proud that you're black." Nah, nah, just no. You shouldn't just be proud because you just are something, particularly because of the color of your skin. I sure am proud of the whatever color this is. Yeah, I'm sorry. Personally, you do you. I'm not going to hate on anybody because they are proud, but personally, I don't know why you would be proud of something that you were just that you're just born with. Like, I don't know. I think it's good to be okay with it. Yeah, you shouldn't hate yourself, but proud, I don't know. That feels a bit extreme.
For some credit, I'm not the white devil, neo-Nazi, cop trying to pull the trigger. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say the white race as a whole ain't the enemy. You can call me what you want, but I'd still never say The white race as a whole ain't the enemy. There's racist white people, but we're far from that collectively. White boy, don't say that.
Right. Like, I would say, do these people exist? Of course they do. I mean, you know, but I think it should also be fair to point out that just because, oh, how do I put this? Let's just say racism comes in all shapes and sizes and colors. Like this idea that, well, yeah, I'm not white, so there's no way I could be racist. That's not possible. I have heard people say that personally. I don't want to get too detailed. Anyway, we'll just say I've heard this personally. I couldn't possibly be racist. It's against the rules. People.
White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. If a black man is sipping on some cognac sitting next to me, I don't assume that every black's favorite drink is Hennessy. I don't dislike Tanisha because her first name isn't Stephanie. Not only is that wrong, it's a waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps. He stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky man, the whitey is wet. Fire, angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps. Waste of energy. Ivory or ebony, 45 or 17, we all bleed the same. Martin Luther King or Kennedy. They're angry, I'm reciting the facts. He's white and he raps. He stole the culture right from the blacks. Okay, he's fire, but we lit the flame. He's siphoning gas. So this corny little honky.
But it's not even true though. Okay, whatever. I'm not even going to get into the whole history just for kicks.
Man, the whitey is whack. You letting history perpetuate the hatred within, and then you paint me with the brush you painted slave owners with. Yeah. White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white noise. I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. I got a mother, a father, a sister, an auntie, an uncle, and a grandma that I picture when you're openly hating. And God willing, one day I'll have a kid of my own. I refuse to let you blindly hate my wife and my baby, so go ahead and hate the races. I pray for their extinction. If you wanna hate the white people, just make the distinction between the ones who want the best for everyone regardless, and the ones who build the system just to smother you with hardship. Stop before you say it. I know what you've been thinking. How's a straight white male in 2018? You're making me the villain by demonizing my race for things I didn't do and decisions I didn't make. No one that I call a friend has ever owned a slave, and neither did our dads or our dads' dads. Sakes, acknowledging atrocities were wrongly committed is all that I can offer while I'm wrongly convicted. I would never hate a man for what God gave him in pigments, and I would never plot against him just because he is different. I would never judge a human for the cards he was given, or call him lesser than myself because of the race that he's mixed with. White people that you hate aren't your neighbors or lawyers. They're the Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're loyal. Rockefellers, Rothschilds, Bushes, and Royals. They're the people who monopolized the water and oil and injected your communities with drugs that they spoiled. Got no patience for Nazis, I think they're better off dead. They're fighting hatred with hatred, making the hate more intense. I don't want nothing to do with either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't, because they say nothing to do with.
I know the answer to this, but I just have to ask. It's it's kind of a rhetorical question. People really hating on him for his braids. People are so freaking petty. You've got to be kidding me. I know it's true. I know it is. I hate to believe it. I really do. Like I just hate to believe it. People are hating on him for that. Oh my god. Oh my god.
With either side of the fence, so don't blindly attack me for wearing braids on my head. Hate the people who believe you put yourselves in the ghetto. Hate the ones who teach their children you ain't cause they said so. Hate the ones who think you're all the same and judge you profusely cause the way that you're portrayed on our news and in movies. Being white and being racist aren't the same, man, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest. I deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common. White boy, I promise. No, it's hard to tell the difference if I'm just being honest.
It's hard to tell the difference. I mean, really, again, I have to hard disagree here. It's really not. It's unless you're implying what he really means, that it's hard to tell the difference because of the bubble that you're in. Like the people that are in this information bubble of where all they get hit with are, white people bad, white people bad, white people bad. So yeah, from that perspective, I guess it would be hard to tell the difference. Maybe that's what he's implying. But if you're saying that it's hard for you to tell the difference, there's a problem. Because, like, you can't be that awake and not tell the difference. Like, it's not hard.
Deserve the chance to show you I'm not part of the problem, and you owe it to yourselves. We got so much in common. White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh, you so bad.
Yeah, far too few people think about what we have in common. It's easier to notice the differences because we have been, I mean, as I don't know if it's just instinctual or if it's because of how society has raised us. But either way, it does tend to lean towards easier to see differences, harder to actually see what you have in common.
White boy, you wish you were black. White boy, dear white boy. White boy, white. No, I can't say it with my white voice. White boys, white lies. Don't tell me how to see it through my white eyes. White boy, don't say that. White boy, oh, you so bad. White boy, you wish you were black.
They're all
White
just
boy,
beating him with
dear white
paper
boy.
wads. Honestly, I think it would get a lot more violent than that. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that, but I don't know. I just feel like, well, let's go back to the braids. People are gonna hate on that. Oh my God. Just to think that we still have people like this. I mean, honestly, it's mind-boggling. I don't even want to get started on it. I really don't. I know I already did. In fact, I gotta get off of it before I go on a really big tangent, like, because people just, it's something I've said for a long time. People need better hobbies. You need some better hobbies if you got things like that to worry about. Like you just like, oh, he's white, he's got braids. Oh, I gotta make sure he knows how terrible that is and how wrong he is. Oh my gosh. Let me go on a 40 paragraph rant about how terrible of a person you are for that. I'm sorry, but it's just so petty to me. Like, yeah, people need better things to do. Um, I appreciate the message in this song. I do. But I do disagree with a couple of the things. I'm not going to reiterate those. I've already made this video long enough. I do stand by that, though. I do disagree with a couple of those things. Um, just because uh, I think even though he's coming from it from a good place, at the end of the day, you're still in a way fueling it. I think it was Morgan Freeman that said, and he may not have been the original person that said it, um, but said that the way you get rid of racism, stop talking about it. And it really is just that simple. Like, stop worrying about what quote unquote race you are. Yeah, it's not even true to begin with. Like, you know what race you are? You're a human. That's what race you are. You're not black, you're not white, or whatever other quote unquote race you want to call yourself. Those aren't races. We've been misguided. We've been brainwashed. Uh, it's just all part of the same trick that they use to put people into this slumber. That's all it is. Um, I might have to get back with you on who created races. There was a person who created this. Surprisingly, was not Edward Bernays. He seems to be the root of a lot of problems, but it was not him. It was somebody else created races, and it was for this very reason. That's why they created them. And no, I don't mean created them in a lab. I mean created the idea of races. They created it for this purpose. It wasn't always like that. Anyway, that's it for now. I will get back with you on that. Hopefully, if I remember. I will try to remember. Or if you know, leave it in the comments. Anyways, that's it for now on this video. Um, uh, yeah, I don't think I could go on anyways for a long time, but I'll leave it at that. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell if you don't want to miss the next reaction. And I will see you all in the next one. Good night, everybody.